Zacks Rank Buys, stocks with a short-term buy or strong buy recommendation. Now, here are more Zacks Rank Buys. Let's take our first look at some value stock picks for the new year with Tracey Ryniec, our value stock analyst at Zacks.com. Oh, she has outdone herself this time, let me tell you. At least with this first one. Maidenform Brands, MFB, the ticker symbol.
Yes.
Now, I haven't heard that name in a long time. But
right.
It's an old line company.
It is, yeah, they have been around a long time.
Makers of intimate apparel.
Exactly, they do bras and various other items, slips, things like that for women.
Yeah.
But it's interesting because they've kind of locked on to this hot area right now, which is shapewear, which is kind of the items women wear underneath their clothing to get a better figure. And
that's what they call it now?
Well, it used to be the girdles.
Foundations is what I remember.
Yes, that all went away.
How old I am.
Exactly. And then it came back a couple of years ago when celebrities started wearing it underneath their like red carpet gowns to look better. And then it just exploded, and now it's just a huge business for them.
Well, they do produce the Donna Karan line.
They do. They have a lot of good brands that they license out, including Donna Karan and a few others that you might not associate with Maidenform necessarily.
Right.
And so all these, it's doing well for them. Still in the recession, women are buying, intimate apparel, including bras. It was bras and shapewear which really powered this last quarter, their third quarter for them, and they had. Sales were up 14%, which is, again, kind of strange. You wouldn't think that. And the shapewear really, really dominated. It was up 14.5%. So women, even in harder times, are still going out there to buy these items.
Well, but some of it is more probably necessity than luxury.
Yes. Well, yes, that's true. I mean, you have to replace these things too. So yes, some of it's necessity. And again, they have the strong brands, and people are really turning to the brands they know during these times. And Maidenform and the other lines that they carry are one of those. Right. The stock isn't very expensive here. It's trading about 14 times. Estimates are up for the rest of this year, and for next year, analysts are projecting almost 13% growth for next year, probably on the strength of these certain lines that are doing well. Their retail was down. They actually run 76 Maidenform outlet stores.
Still, huh? Brick and mortar stores.
Yeah, which you would see if you go to those outlet malls. That's where you really remember the Maidenform brand. And the rest of their items they sell, through various retail chains, including department stores and specialty stores. So those sales weren't down as much, but they still saw a 5% decline in the retail side. But overall, analysts like what they see going forward here into 2010, and the stock has done what we've seen everything else do over the last year or so. It bottomed out in November of 2008 and then hit another not so great low in March 2009. Has been steadily moving upward, but it's been kind of trading in a narrow trading range recently. So, we'll kind of see what goes on when they report their fourth quarter, because even for them, the holiday season is still like a bigger time for them.
All right. And here's something that you wrote about in the past few days, something a little bit more into my realm.
Right.
RadioShack, RSH,
exactly.
The ticker symbol, newly renamed The Shack.
Oh, really? That's what they renamed it?
That's
I did not know this. Okay,
yeah.
That's kind of cutting edge. All right. Yeah, RadioShack, electronics, that's the big thing right now, and it was big in this holiday season. They've seen a little bit more struggles with their same-store sales and retail stores than Maidenform has. They saw sales down in the third quarter about 3%. That's not very unusual for them. For this year, they've seen sales a little low. But they made some changes. They have a lot of these things called kiosks that you find like in the shopping malls and the kind of the freestanding things that they've shut down a lot of those. They had about 700 of them in May, and they shut down a couple hundred, so they had only 450 at the end of the third quarter.
Well, if you walk into any store, it's quite apparent they've really pared back their inventory.
Yes, so they've done some things to kind of right the ship, and then this quarter was going to be what it's all about, because it's the holiday season for them, so we don't yet know kind of what's going to happen with them. Estimates have been just kind of holding. Everybody's waiting to see with them. And analysts are a little bit cautious on 2010 because it's retail. And so estimates are only up slightly for 2010 with about 4% growth, which isn't bad given what they have. One kind of thing that could be an interesting factor to watch for them is that in November they did announce that they were getting the iPhone. They were going to start carrying the iPhone in a couple of their stores, and then they're rolling out to all their stores in 2010. And Apple kind of has the magic products right now, so this could give them also a boost to the sales that they didn't have before. The chart, again, it's like what we've seen. I keep sounding like a broken record over and over.
Yes, you do.
I know. It bottomed in March. It's near a 52-week high. It's trading about 12 times, so it's not real expensive here, given kind of where they're at with electronics. And, netbooks are hot, they said. Wireless is hot, so those kind of product lines might be driving them in this holiday season, but we'll see in a couple weeks when they report.
Yeah, the new signage with their name may not be on all their brick and mortar stores yet, but I have seen them referred to that way online as the Shack.
Okay,
now,
I'll be sure to
we'll see what
call
kind
them
of
that now.
confusion that causes between their name and, of course, the basketball player, but that's another issue. Do you own any of these?
I do not.
All right, check out more value stock pick ideas and stock pick ideas and other investment categories on our homepage at Zacks.com. We put 4 new ones up there for you each day, one in each of the investing categories that we highlight. With Tracey Ryniec, I'm Terry Ruffalo.